can't just wait in the car?
Because I'm your bodyguard.
Let's go.
You're taking me out.
What's the occasion?
I'm the occasion.
Where would I be without you?
Lost and ashy.
And welcome to the Not So Christian to Me show. I am your host, Larry Scott, sitting in for the CEO, the lovely Denise Scott. She's out. She's under the weather a little bit, but we are praying for a super recovery from her illness. And so thank you again, Denise, for allowing us the opportunity to be on this platform. Sierra Sanders is my co-host. Y'all give it up for her. A big hand out to Sierra Sanders. Woo! Sierra is mainly on the radio show, but now she sits with me on this platform on the Not So Christian to Me show on virtual platform. So Sierra, what's going on?
I am so excited to even be here. Oh my goodness, I just can't wait till we have a conversation. So I'm just excited to be here today. I'm comfortable, I'm at home, and I'm ready to go.
Well, all right then. Sierra's excited. I'm excited. You should be excited.
I'm
too.
excited.
Uh-oh. She came in before I introduced her, y'all. But really, let me go ahead and get that out the way then. She is ready. That's right. She is ready, y'all. I'm talking about, listen, the Not So Christian to Me show is a platform where everybody is important. Everybody means somebody, means everything to us. You come on our platform, you will be held in a no judgment zone. And that's what makes our platform so real. And so we are super excited to have each and every one of you that has had the opportunity to come on our platform, whether it's radio or whether it's virtual or whether it's podcast. We're super excited to have you on our platform. The Not So Christian to Me show is a show where everybody means everything, where you can come on our platform and be held in a no judgment zone. Let me say that again, where you can be held in a no judgment zone. So whatever you have on your mind, you want to talk about it, hey, let's talk about it. And you can talk about it right here and be held in a no judgment zone right here on the Not So Christian and Me show. Super excited today to have our special guest, y'all. That's right, our special guest. She is an actress. Oh my God, she is a pop star. Oh my God, you have seen her in many shows. That's right, many shows, but you have recognized her in the Shy. That's right, the Shy series. That's right. Let me please bring forward to you, present to you, and present to others. My good friend, she's a woman of God. She loved the Lord. Y'all, look at here. Please welcome Miss Jasmine Davis.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
Oh, Jazz. You like to be called Jazzy, right?
I do, Jazzy, yeah.
Jazzy. So if we may call you Jazzy, we would love to call you that. If that's
please do. I feel like I'll make close friends, and now my new fans of my music call me Jazzy, so I love it.
All right, then. All right. Jazzy, let's start the show. I mean, people want to hear some things. They've heard some things. They've seen some things, but just a little bit, Jazzy, just a little bit. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jasmine Davis. I'm an actress, model, artist now that goes by the name of Jazzy. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I moved out here to California like years ago to pursue my dreams. And I started doing like comedy back in Chicago. I went to Second City for a year. And then that's when I started modeling, and that's how I got introduced in. I think I told you recently, like the Playboy life, my first party, I was hired as a Playboy atmosphere model, like sponsored by Mr. Skin, where we would just walk around with drinks and body paint. And that's what led me to like get deeper into the industry of even more acting and modeling. And I'm came to I left Chicago, left Second City, came to LA to pursue my dream in acting, and trying to dabble in music. And years of struggling in auditions, I started getting into videos. I think my first big video was I did like a G-Eazy video, The Plan, and then I did 2 Playboy TV shows, and then I did they got an internet TV show that they did, and I wanted to like be in Playboy. I still do one day, wanted to be on a cover of Playboy, and then I did I ended up doing like a D movie as a stripper, and then LA Finest came along. That was like the role I ended up doing, LA Finest, and then after that I got hired on Never Have I Ever Netflix, and then came The Shy. Oh, wow. And that's when a lot of people started noticing me. A lot of people kept saying, we kept seeing this girl. Now a lot of people noticed me because it was on Showtime.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jazz, I mean, I met you. I think it was last year sometime.
It was last year, yeah.
At the BET Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And as I met you and I got to talk with you, I must say you was just down to earth. You was the realest. I mean, and that's what we like. I like real people. I like genuine people to talk to them and just keep it 100 with us. And you was that all the way, Jazz. And
I don't know how to be nowhere. Nothing else is so funny when I get supporters and people who tell me that, like, oh my God, I can't believe you responded back to me, or you're talking to me, and or I'm like, I don't know how to be no one else, like this is something I do, but I'm still a person.
Right. But when I responded, when I reached out to you by way of Instagram, social media, you responded immediately, and I was like, wow, she responded. And so, we don't get that often with, with people like you that's that's up in the big time world. We don't get that often. And so we greatly appreciate you so much for taking out the time in your busy schedule to be right here on the Not So Christian and Me show with us. Jazz, let's jump off into it. I mean, you said you was you're from Chicago, Illinois, but you recently now reside in Los Angeles, California, and you moved to California to pursue your dreams. Let's talk about that a little bit.
So I moved to California to pursue my dream as an actress. I just broke off an engagement when I moved to California. I had no idea what I was going to do. And I started like trying to act and model and trying to be in the hustle and bustle and things. And it was difficult, like trying to, because LA is expensive, but a lot of people don't know either. Like the D movie I did as a stripper, I got hired because I actually was a real stripper.
Okay.
I was an exotic dancer in Vegas. It was a very upscale, clean club in Vegas called Spearmint Rhino. And it helped me fund my career as an actress because I wanted to work at a legitimate establishment that respected women, that I'm like, okay, I'm just doing this to make my money, Right. I felt safe. They're really, really, really cool. The owner, everyone was like super cool. And after that movie happened, I started like really more and more getting like little indie films. That's how I got SAG-AFTRA off of a film that I never saw. I did another film called Sunrise. I just did another film in 2020 called Bliss. And to wind back in 2018, that's when I first got booked on LA Finance and people started noticing me.
Yeah. Jazz,
People started noticing me, and then it was so funny because I would get emails like, wait a minute, why are you playing a trans role? And this is way before I came out, because again, people knew me. A lot of my Instagram fans before I done went through like 3 different Instagrams. A lot of my old Instagram friends knew me as Jasmine, the Vegas girl, the going to Playboy parties and stuff like that. So it was like, I'm so curious. Why didn't they just hire a trans? And that's when I decided to like just come out. I'm like, let me just tell the folks. And people was like, oh my God, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And then from there, I got a call from my agent that Never Have I Ever on Netflix wanted to book me after I did an audition with them. And then like a week later, I got another call saying like this other TV show is looking for an actress to play this role. It's a big role, but it's a trans role. We know how you feel like you don't really want to do anymore since you already did too. And I'm like, let me look at the script. And I saw the script. I'm like, well, it looks like it's actually legit. Like they look like they're respecting the character. So I went for it and I immediately got a call back. And 2 weeks later, next thing I know, I'm hopping on a plane, unprepared for what was about to happen.
Jazz, you've been writing songs since you were 16 years old.
Yeah.
You started modeling when you was 19.
Yeah.
What do you like best, writing songs or modeling? I mean, you stated
I love art. I love writing songs. Like I thought about that. I like modeling and I like wearing the clothes, but I love music. I love sitting here creating the art of writing a song. And when I get in the studio, like a lot of the guys were so impressed. Like I wrote all my own raps. They's like, where did you learn to write like this? Because they's like, how do you know about a pre-chorus? Because I didn't know about bars. I knew about pop writing. I'll write a pre-chorus, a chorus, a verse. And that's how we'll write my raps. And they would help me formulate my my pop songs into raps because all my songs was pop songs. They were not raps. And so they kept saying, why don't you rap? And I was like, so I'll be spitting with them and stuff like that. And so I end up rapping and I end up liking it. So, and yeah, and my mom was like, wow, I would just remember you at the table just writing songs and people would be like, what is she doing? Like, and I'll just be like in my head, just like it comes out of nowhere. The inspiration comes out of nowhere. And I have so many books of songs that I wrote that it has never came out yet. So I'm just like, now I really want to focus and get them out.
You have so many that you wrote, but that has not came out yet.
Yeah, I even have songs now that I recorded that's not even out yet.
Oh, wow. We're looking forward to hearing them. Get them out there. Get them out there.
I know.
But there's an album out entitled Never Give Up, which has a song on that album called Bliss.
Yes.
Bliss. Currently, you have also a new song called Birthday.
Yes, I love the song.
Let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, Birthday and Bliss. I mean, short.
So yeah, real short. So Never Give Up came from my experience of everything I was recently been through, like the adversity I had to overcome as an actress in this industry, and just being on a show that, I learned a lot of lessons on, and I wrote Bliss inspired about the show. Like I feel like a lot of people wanted to cancel me out. So all those lyrics are pertaining to everything I was going through at the time. And Birthday is something that I got inspired by because my favorite birthday song I would play every year is Kanye West with 2 Chainz. It's your birthday. And I was like, I have yet to hear a version that's dedicated to the ladies. And I say, okay, I guess I'm gonna make the song. So I made Birthday, and if you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of dedicated to the ladies.
And I have heard this song.
Yes, I tell people, I warn people, it's very explicit, but it's meant to be that way. Because I feel like as a woman now, you shouldn't be ashamed to express your sexuality.
Absolutely.
And your femininity, like it's a gift, femininity is such a beautiful thing. So express it, it's such a gift. So that's what inspired me to write that song, Birthday.
You also, Jazzy, have a fashion line. Let's talk about that a little bit.
So I'm rebranding my fashion line called the St. James brand. And the St. James brand was inspired by sustainable materials. I always wanted my own clothing line and my own skincare line. And I found this company, which I had no idea what I was doing, and I was overwhelmed. So I'm rebranding to get that situated to put more merchandise out. but it's about using like recycled biodegradable material that's not harmful for our environment, yet stylish, you know? Because I'm like, you shouldn't have to jeopardize your style for, you know, sustainable brand. And the clothes feel soft, but I'm also in talks with a partner who has a brand already, who make theirs out of hemp. So I want to partner with them. So marketing their brand with my brand, because you know, I believe in, you know, sponsoring and helping out everyone, especially if it's a good, you know, cause.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Jazzy, we finna get down and dirty now.
Let's get down and dirty.
The album that you had out entitled "Never Give Up," that's great.
Mhm.
And the song that you have on that album, "Bliss," that's great. "Birthday," that's great. Uh, but uh, you're the cast. Matter of fact, you played in different popular television shows.
Mhm.
If I can recall, you played in many, like L.A. Finest,
Yeah.
The Plan, uh, and many more. But there's one that gave you the people saw the
Mhm.
real Jasmine Davis when you played in the series The Shy.
Yes.
Yeah, The Shy. You grew multiple followers. You grew thousands of fans when people saw you in The Shy.
Yeah.
But the saddest news is that The Shy went 5 series, to my understanding,
Season.
5 series, and their next series is this month, viewing live on TV,
Yeah.
but you're not part of the cast.
No.
The people want to know, I want to know, Sierra want to know what's going on. What happened? We're looking
Okay.
for Jasmine Davis. We're looking for I think you played Imani.
Imani. Imani.
Imani.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played Imani. We're looking for Imani. What happened to Imani?
So Imani, to be fair, first and foremost, I just want to say I thank Showtime for allowing me to play the character of Imani. I'm very grateful throughout, no matter what I went through. I'm very grateful that I was able to play the character of Imani on the hit Showtime show, The Shy. I'm very grateful for that opportunity. I do not want to take that lightly, and I want people to know that. I'm very grateful for my fans. I'm grateful for all the support that I was able to receive. And it gave me hope for humanity, that people like me, that's different from other people, can receive so much love in the world from other people who don't even understand someone like me. So that gives someone like me great hope for humanity in the future. But there were many problems that was happening in the show. And long before I came, I want to point out to people, remember, I'm not the first castmate. I'm like the fourth castmate to leave the show. One of them, I think, got fired. The first one left, or allegedly left or got fired because he didn't want to play in a love interest with a trans woman, which I feel like that should be his right because he was on the show first. The fact that they did him like that, I feel like it's so wrong. That doesn't make him transphobic. It's his choice. He was on the show first. They should have just added a character like me later to something else. Then you had another character who left because there was some sexual misconduct and no one was doing anything about that. And she complained, and they kept saying like she didn't complain, and she came with receipts later. And then my character came along, and I did not watch the show. I'm gonna be honest, I knew nothing about The Shy on Showtime. And I knew about Lena prior to it because I would see this little stud on Instagram fly, and I would like her stuff because I support the LGBT community or whatever. And I'm very supportive of people. So when I got on the show, I knew nothing about the drama. I knew nothing about the toxic environment that it already had. like I said, I was thrown into the wolves without knowing what was going on. I did not know how chaotic, and it was ran the little ghetto, sadly, to say that. So when I first got on the show, I already started experiencing a little bit of, I will say, like transphobic behavior. And, so I first got on the show. I think it was episode 2, and I kept complaining I didn't like my makeup from my makeup artist, and he was a gay male. And I just simply said, I don't like my makeup. Can I get another one? And then from there, I don't know what happened. It sparked animosity towards me. I was basically called a bitch. People allegedly was talking trash, calling me names behind my back. I complained to my agent. They switched out the makeup artist, but he was still working there. And, him being there for a long time, he's in cahoots with the hair and other makeup artist people. So that was one thing that was going on. And so, I'm like, okay, that's problem solved. And I even came to him as a grown woman, like, look, I'm sorry if you felt some type of way. I never meant to offend you. And I just think that we just didn't see eye to eye with the makeup. And, he was one of those, okay. Like he was pretending to listen, but not really listening. And I thought, as a human, like, and just to respect another person, let me just be the bigger person to come to him and let him know that, I'm not trying to offend you or your work. Not everyone knows how to do everyone's face properly. Right. And to be honest, I always like women doing my makeup and men doing my hair.
Right.
And that's just for, that's just for me. And I have great experience when it comes to that. So, and then I would have little whispers of people telling me what people will say about me on the show, and then dealing with the hair lady. So I was dealing with this hair lady, and I kept complaining about my hair. Like, okay, you guys have all this budget. Why is she sticking pins in my hair? Like, this stuff hurts. I have to sit here on set all day, and she doesn't know how to glue a wig down. Can you guys find someone to glue a wig down? So I had to come in with my own wig glued down. And then everyone was like, oh, that's not ours. No, like, this is how you should do my hair. You guys are complaining about things. Like, what's taking Imani so long is because I should already be prepped, ready to go. And I'm like, shouldn't they know this? Like, what? That's when I started realizing how unorganized things was. And again, I felt tolerated when I even first walked in the cast. I didn't feel appreciated. I felt tolerated. And don't get me wrong, some of the castmates were very genuine and very like sweet to me, but some people was not, Right. And
what do you mean? And I hate to stop you right there, but let me get something out of what you're saying. You said you mean you felt tolerated. Exactly. What do you mean when you say you meant?
You know how you get the feeling that a lot of people really don't want you there? That's how I felt. Like a lot of people didn't want me there. And
why do you think they didn't want you there?
I feel like I was getting a lot of love from fans and a lot of hype from people, and a lot of people who've been there since day one probably felt some type of way about it.
But normally when you're an actor and people see that you're getting multiple fans and you're growing, that's not a problem with some folks. So you're saying?
I think so, but in this industry, I found out it is. So I was not planning on coming back. I didn't tell anyone I was not planning on coming back, but 2020 happened. The world went chaotic, and I'm like, I got to come back now because I need the money. So I was promised the hair situation will be better. Things on set will be better if I come back. And it was like, you're going to have the best hair. Everything is going to be better. We're going to get you more scenes, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, if we're going to make up, this is the second chance, I'll come back. I'm like, I need the money anyway. I might as well come back because why not, And then the fans love me. So I came back this time. Mind you, when I came back, day one, I stepped on set. Things were just already going like chaotic. I had to have my own sister, who's not even in hair, help me find good hair to wear for the show and help the hair lady out. I'm like, but this is her job, And so, okay, I'm like, whatever. Then we show up on set. There's no heat. It's cold winter. It's January, February? We're freezing. I have on heels. I'm freezing. You know, I am cold. I see if that was the scene and I'm prepared for, like, I'm literally freezing. And again, I'm not trying to sound like a complaining actor, but I'm like, I already start seeing the signs.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, we're doing this again. And then day one, we walk up on set. I'm there with my partner, Luke James, which we at this point don't even have no type of real kind of connection. So I have to fake that, you know? So that was difficult to do. And then I just felt like once again, things started going downhill. I would start complaining about testing. So, you know, they had us in a bubble.
Okay.
So I'm noticing, okay, we got to get tested 3 times a week. Okay, I'm fine with that because I don't want to give anyone anything. I wasn't worried. You know, I didn't want to give anyone anything. They were not requiring you at that time. You have to be vaccinated, whatever, because I wouldn't have came back then. So I'm like, okay, 3 times a week, great. And then over the course of time, you know, if I'm not shooting for 2 or 3 weeks, I would notice some actors will leave or have their family there, go on vacation or whatever. But I'm still here and I'm like, I'm isolated. I can't even see my family. You know, they're telling me if I test positive, I probably can get fired. And I'm miserable here. You know, I don't really talk to anyone that's really there. You know, I found out other castmates was hanging out and I'm in this bubble by myself. And I'm like, I want to go back to LA if I'm not shooting for 3 weeks. And this one lady, Molly, I guess, had it out for me. Like, I will constantly get threatened saying Jasmine's not complying. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not complying? Why don't you find a testing facility out there in LA? Why do I have to be stuck here if other people are moving around? I'm like, this is just not fair. You know, I'm miserable here. You know, I want to go back home. It's nothing for me to do here but film and leave. And then it's already a chaotic like atmosphere. I don't talk to really anyone. You know, it was only one person at the time I really talked to was Robin in this bubble. And I said, I barely can even see my own family because I'm scared to see my own mom because I'm threatened that, yeah, if you test positive, you can possibly get fired. So that just started escalating. So the more and more the months went on, I start really getting really upset and sad because I started feeling like a prisoner. More and more, I would see people travel back and forth and tell me, you know, sometimes they didn't even have to get tested. And they are threatening me if I don't come in to get tested, I'm going to lose my job. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm getting picked on? What is going on here? The fact that I am scared to even give my own mother a hug. And then there were constant complaints. Why do Jasmine feel stiff on set? I'm stiff because I am upset. I'm sad. I have to deal with this lady I feel like is picking on me. You guys are putting me under so much stress. And I just feel like other people are just living their life. Yeah. And then once again, I have to deal with the fact that I'm hearing people talk trash about me. And my partner that I have to pretend to have like this big relationship with, I'm pretending that, you know, everything's okay. Like, I didn't have a relationship with Luke, you know, like there was I'll text him sometimes, there would be no response, but he'll talk to other castmates. He'll like, you know, one of the castmates wanted to rehearse with me for another thing they were doing. And they told me like, yeah, we wanted to rehearse with you. And, you know, Luke wanted us to rehearse with him. And I'm like, wow, I find that funny. Like, this guy never really want to rehearse. It's like almost trying to force him to rehearse for the scenes, because once you step on set, that's not really a rehearsal, that's a staging. And I'm like, I'm trying to like really get my shit together because these people are complaining that I'm stiff, which I was, you know. And then I remember this one scene when Shad came home. I guess they didn't tell people to have respect. I'm hearing people whispering like, yeah, I think that's a man probably in real life. So I'm dealing with stuff like that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know, and I still have to deal with the fact that the hair lady, you know, and I hear little things, again, I can't confirm. So I have to pretend to sit here and like this lady who's doing my hair and still pretend to like the makeup artist. He still was there, you know, he still was working there. So I'm sitting here like, I just feel like I am not welcomed. I just feel like, wow, I just have to like put up with this. And then I see other people are living their lives through this whole thing, and I'm just feeling like a prisoner.
My co-host, Jazzy Sierra Sanders, have followed you for a very, very long time. She's a great fan, as well as myself. She's a great, great fan of you. She has some questions pertaining to you not returning to the shy, and everybody wants to know because, hey, we was looking for Armani to come back, and the series is getting ready to start back up in a few more weeks, and you're not in the show. And so we want to know. Go ahead, Sierra.
Well, being that you aired on season 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you came in on season 3. You was the first transgender character on the show. Did that open up like a world for the LGBTQIA? I don't know.
I
like
don't know either. I just tell LGBTQ at this point.
LGBT, like did you get a lot of response from that community, being that I know you did say like, oh man, I wish that, why did you get the role? Because they thought you were, they didn't know what you previously had gone through. So did you get a lot of feedback from that community, being that you were the first had the transgender role?
It's funny. I got good feedback from that community. People were excited, but it was like I was surprised. I got a lot of support from just regular people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got support from a lot of just like people that wasn't even involved in the LGBTQ community. And yeah, I had some LGBTQ supporters, especially I think it's the LGBT Community Center in Los Angeles. But yeah, yeah, it was great. I don't think I heard anything from GLAD or anyone, but
Yeah.
I didn't have, it wasn't a big LGBT GLAD thing like a lot of other shows, but it was mostly just regular people, which I was fine with.
Yeah, because when you came on the show, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. I even had a debate with my fiance. He was like, "Man, no, she was born a woman." And then that scene came on at the bar with Luke, and I was like, "See, I told you." He was like, "Man, wow, she's gorgeous," and I was like, "Yes, she is." But I just wanted to bring that up because I don't think nobody would have known if they would have ever put that scene in there, especially that bar scene of him getting confronted by another gay male. I don't think nobody would have known if they would have never put that in there. And then that's when your character introduced. So that's why I just had to ask, because I know some people was probably confused, like my household. They was like, no.
A lot of people still today ask me that, like, is it true? I'm like, at this point, I don't even answer. I just say, Google me.
Yeah,
I just did enough interviews to know, but I can see why, because again, like a lot of trans, I think these days, I don't know if like it's only one or two of us who came in the industry just acting regular roles. This is just my breakout role, but I came in the industry just as an actress. I only did like 3 trans roles, but I came in the industry, like I said, I was already doing like BRC movies. I did Playboy. I was in a G-Eazy video. Like I've already been in the industry. So I can understand why people are like so confused. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. But I know you went through a lot just taking on this role. I know you went through so much, and then to see that you had to go through what you just explained. I mean, that's like that's a lot to have to go through, like the fans, the world, and then you have to go through the people that you're working for, having to go through all that. I can understand, because I did read that tweet when you put it out about having to tolerate that you just feel like you're being tolerated and that people aren't taking you, for a human being, for who you are. Like you just feel like you're just there, So I really, my heart goes out to you for having to go through that, because nobody knows. Everything is just glorified and on TV. Nobody knows what people have to go through. And I commend you for even, putting that tweet out there and letting people know what the real deal is in this industry, because that's just crazy. But getting to my main question, I was reading, like, for the past 3 days, you've been all over the internet, just so you know.
Girl, tell me about it.
You've been all over the internet about a vaccination card, about a fake vaccination record, or whatever. And if you don't mind, like, speaking on that, because just from hearing.
Yeah, I want to speak on that. So
Yeah.
let's be honest about the whole situation. Like, okay, so I sent what's his name, Larry, emails. Like, there was never no investigation. If it was, why was I getting emails from Showtime saying we want to possibly submit you for an Emmy nom? Why was I receiving emails from Lena Waithe talking about I would like to sit down and have a meeting for you because I think they wanted to keep me quiet for leaving the show, you know? When we were filming, there was no vaccination requirement when we were filming at that time. And you can submit a card. There's a form you have to fill out online for Disney, which I think is illegal to do in order to the show. But let me set the record clear for people. Look at the timeline. Make it make sense, people who allegedly put that out there. Look at the timeline when I told the fans that I wasn't coming out. From the timeline, they said this supposedly happened. Mind you, my agent got a call from some casting people scared, asking my manager and agent, what is Jasmine gonna say? And I got a mysterious phone call from one of Lena Waithe's friends asking me what's going on. Can you guys sit down and talk about it again? And in emails, I gave them chances. And then the next day, the story came out. But I just want to tell fans, I realized I wasn't coming back in 2021. Look at my post on Instagram. If you recall, everything was about the Shy before that, prior to that. Every post was about the Shy. My whole Instagram was filled with the Shy because they kind of like had access to my account. They kind of like took over my account. Like, again, I felt like I was a prisoner.
Got you.
They kind of took over my account. So on I think it's the 29th, when I got a little birdie, because I kept saying it, but I don't get a series regular offer, I'm not coming back because I'm sick of these people parading me around for the LGBT puppet. And I feel like I got used for the show because I don't even have a real storyline. We don't even know who's Imani's parents. And I felt like I was just used for the LGBT thing, for the hype to show up, because the show was losing fans. People was interested in my character. I felt used. So I got a call from a little birdie telling me they're never going to honor that. You just, they want to keep you on the show for that purpose. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just not going to come back. I'm just not going to tell them that. So I changed everything on my Instagram, wiped it out, and I started just posting my stuff. Nothing was about the Shy, if you recall. Look, I wiped everything off.
Yeah.
So then I got a call, and this was like a week or two before I got a call from him and Grad Lena People about a live that Lena did on episode 10 that I wasn't happy about. And fans and people were like, why do Imani look so mad on that live? Because it was like wrapping up the season. It was the last episode. And the reason why I was mad, because it came into play all the other transphobic stuff I was experienced on the show. Remember when I was walking in that alley and that guy bumped me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, watch where the fuck you going? He's like, watch where the fuck you going? And then he said some bitch, and I know you're a dude. Now remember that line. So when we were filming that line was not even included. They added that line in ADR. But I was listening to the director, and this guy snicker about something. She kept saying, make fun and do this and that. And I did not know what they were doing, what was going on. So when I saw that line in there, and I kept saying, was that line even necessary? So that's what they were doing this whole time. If it wasn't shady, why wasn't he saying that line when we were filming? So I had a conversation with him and Grad about everything. I said, I told you guys, if it wasn't for the pandemic, and I was straight up, I would have told you guys to fuck this job. I am sick of going through all this stuff with you guys. I'm sick of like hearing snickling stuff about me. I don't want to deal with this hair lady anymore. They're like, oh no, you don't have to deal with Denise. We're going to get someone else for you, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I filed a complaint with SAG for over Disney HR because I felt like I was targeted. I said, I cried a lot and I was miserable. I felt like a prisoner. I said, I do not want to deal with that. And I had a phone call with them with all these promises. Again, this is what, a second or third chance I'm giving these people. So I'm like, you guys don't understand. For 6 months straight, I was bullied over a Reggie character that I had nothing to do about. I went through a whole pandemic. I came out on the show. Luckily, I wasn't suicidal. Do you know how much mental stress I went through being on you guys' show? I lost weight. I had health problems. My thyroid went to shit. Like, I was under so much stress filming. And I was like at my most happiest state in my life. And that's sad to say that coming up as a person that's trans, you will think like I will go through so much. But I was at my most happiest state and I was fucking sorry.
Take your time. No, Larry, I know you don't watch the show as often as I do, but she's speaking on Reg. He was a character and, they basically killed him off because they put all the blame on her, which I don't understand. Like the fans were like, people, the media.
People didn't know, but I can't blame the fans. I blame them for not explaining to the fans that I had nothing to do with it. The fans did not know. So I tell the fans, I don't blame them at all. Yeah. What I was blaming is that I took on all this stuff for 2 fucking years, yo. I dealt with so much shit. So after that phone call, and when I got a little birdie telling me they were never gonna honor you, and they, my storyline was gonna be the same, and they were not gonna make you a series regular. I'm like, what's the point of coming back then? So I changed my whole Instagram. So when December came, they gave me the offer. Mind you, I got an email. The offer they tried to give me was only $13,000, not even a first class flight, 5 episodes, and they wouldn't even tell me my storyline for my character.
Wow.
Mind you, I already made the decision I wasn't coming back, but I didn't tell them that. And they was like, well, you got to be vaccinated. And so we need you to fill out this form. And my agent had a card on file, and it was a fake vax card, but I was using it to get into events, not to them. They knew from day one, I told them I was never getting vaccinated. I was very, very honest about what I stand for, my body, my choice since day one. And so how dare you lie and say there was an investigation when I have emails after I left from December of you in talks of me about submitting to me about an Emmy and in talks of me with Lena Waithe. Like, don't attack my character like that. I never filled out that health form with Disney because I told y'all I was never doing that. And then after that, they tried to come back with a counter offer thinking that it was going to be better. Oh, we're going to give her now $15,000 an episode and 8 episodes. No, $15,000 an episode and 8 episodes, but still no storyline and no first class flight and no exclusive transportation. She had to figure out her way to get to set.
Wow, that's not right at all.
So mind you, I told them, no, I'm good. And it was like, well, you don't have time to get, I don't know how the vaccine thing works. The two doses. Would you be willing to get the Johnson & Johnson? For the 3rd time, I denied their offer, and I told them, no, I'm never doing it since day one. Leave me alone. It's not happening. I'm going to tell the fans why I left the show. But again, they never knew I was prepared to leave back in 2021 in September because I was told what they were going to do to me. And I had to make sure this person was telling me the truth because I don't know at this point who the fuck I can trust, Right. But this person, everything they said to me so far added up. So that was done. I got a call a month later from Lena trying to blow up my phone, apologizing. We're sorry what happened with the Shy. I still would like to work with you on other projects. And that's when those conversations of those emails I sent to Larry took place. Because they realized she's going to tell the fans what really went down and we need to cover our ass. And I have a whole recording on Disney if they ever try to say out their mouths, I did not complain to HR about the treatment I was getting when it came to me filming in 2021. And then, so after that, and then the Emmy nom. So when I posted, I wasn't coming back. I guess Disney was not happy with me alerting fans because I think they were going to drag the things on and not let fans know I wasn't coming back, just so they think fans will think like maybe she's going to be in another episode or another episode.
Got you. Yeah.
So there was no more talks about submitting me for the Emmy nom, and Disney was pissed. And then over the course of time, fans started asking me, Jasmine, why wasn't you coming back to the show? Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? I finally got to tell them, you know, I'm going to do interviews. It was just a toxic environment. You know, I've been through too much. And then I guess Lena Waithe people and them got a word of it. And, you know, like, oh my gosh, she's about to start doing interviews fast. We need to really do a counterattack. So the day before, my manager called me like, some people over at that production sound terrified of what you're going to say. They want to know what you're going to say. I said, why does it matter? Everything I'm going to say is the truth. If I need to get on a lie detector test, I will. And then I got a call from Lena Waithe, one of her friends that I actually know as well, called me as well, asking me what's going on. Can you guys sit down? I'm trying to be a diplomat. I said, I gave Lena chances after chances. He's like, well, you know, she's about to start this music stuff. Maybe you want to work with her. I said, I never want to work with that lady again. I said, the fact that I'm grateful for the opportunity that she gave me, but for a woman who's supposed to be a part of the LGBT community and a woman in general, I'm the second woman that you didn't try to protect. You know, and I'm a part of your community that you didn't try to protect. I don't want anything to do with you. And furthermore, y'all all have a bad reputation that I should have knew better. Disney, you have a bad reputation. Lena, you have a bad reputation of not protecting people. So who's the monster here? Y'all trying to make me out to be a monster and lie about things. I have receipts. How are you going to lie about things I have receipts and the timeline don't even match up?
Right.
Like, it's so unfair.
Yeah, that's unfair of how they would try to drag you and create a story to do a counterattack, as you said, like that. I can't even imagine what you're going through, but I look at it.
I'm already over it. See,
yeah,
I think,
done.
But like because they made my skin so much stronger after what I've been through in 2 years. You know, God got me. I'm good, girl. I'm like, I don't see people. You can't put me through no more. You already didn't drag me through the mud. And I just kept saying, they don't care nothing about people's mental health. Because God knows, only if I was a weak-minded person and suicidal, no human being should have to go through all of that. You know, the fact that I went through all of that and I'm still standing here and I'm smiling and I'm okay. I said, I'm all good. No matter what y'all throw at me now, I'm protected. I'm good.
Absolutely. And we so appreciate you, Jazz. Still standing strong in spite of all you've been through. You said the key word, you know, God got you.
Yeah, I'm good. I have a strong support system now, and I love my fans and I love my supporters. So I am all good.
That's good. That's good. Well, we here on the Not So Christian to Me show want to tell you we greatly love you and we support you and all that you do. We pray that God continue to keep his blessings up on you and all that you do. We want you to know we support you. We got your back. Okay.
She's already a star. We know we're gonna see her on something else soon.
Yes. I can't say much, but I'm already in talks with another network about a project. So
awesome. And the music, right? We're gonna hear more because I know that album came out last year.
Yeah. So yeah, girl, I got you more music. I got more music to come for you.
All right.
But thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much, King. I appreciate y'all. And I know I have more interviews to come up, but I just want to say thank you for hearing my side of the story and just, you know, just supporting me and I just want everyone to know I never lied about anything to them. Everyone knew my stance on everything and just let the records shows for itself who has a horrible reputation and who don't. I don't go around here. I'm not sleeping with my castmates. I'm not trying to blackmail people. You don't hear any drama. I'm not doing drugs. I don't drink. I'm not crashing cars. You know, I'm grounded. I just do me. I just do me.
Yeah.
But thank y'all so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first right here from the lady's mouth. You've heard or you've seen many things. You've heard many rumors about why Jasmine Davis is not coming back to the Shy, but you heard the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God right here today from Jasmine Davis herself. So we thank you so much for being a part of our platform on the Not So Christian to Me show. We love you. We support you. If you want to be a part, if you want to be the next guest on the Not So Christian to Me show, hit us up. You could be the next guest right here at the Not So Christian to Me show at gmail.com. That's right, the Not So Christian to Me show at gmail.com. God bless you. God keep you is our prayer.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story.
So, what do we do now?
From now on, we move as a unit.
I love you.
I love you too.